Welcome, everybody, to Chart Request Live, the show where you bring the tickers, we bring the charts. And today I'm joined by analyst and host of Godspeed, Riley Roseby. How are you doing today, Riley?
I'm well, Dan. How are you? Happy
I'm doing
Monday.
good, man. I'm doing good. Got some wild action on Friday. What's been on your mind?
What's been on my mind? Really just trying to kind of let the dust settle, right? We are in the heart of earnings season, and there's a lot of action during earnings season. A lot of action during earnings season. Before we get into it, though, I do want to give a little shout out to Steve and JC because last week they had a great beat report presentation. Definitely go check that out in case you guys missed it. And they're going to be having another one this week. We'll touch on that later in the show, but it's earnings season, Dan. I don't know what else you want to like.
Couldn't agree more.
Four best times a year, right?
That's right. That's right. Lot packed with lots of action. Always.
Always.
All right, so let's get into it. Start with the mailbag.
Yeah. So we got Paul. I'm a long holder of Eaton, and Enbridge. These seem to be grinding sideways. I'm looking for an exit over the next 3 to 6 months.
Okay,
so let's pull up ETN and ENB.
ETN. All right, I see what Paul's seeing here. Bunch of sideways action. And if we fib out, maybe from the COVID lows.
Ooh, I like how you did that.
You got a level that comes in right around 395, 400. He's looking for an exit as like a target.
I'm looking for an exit. That's it. I'm looking for an exit over the next 3 to 6 months. So maybe an out, like a stop.
Or a stop loss. This one's tough because it's a wide range. It's a little messy. But if you want to use these recent lows from this November, around 310 as an out, I would say you could use that. And you could stay long above that. If it breaks out above 395, your next target would be 600 there. But yeah, definitely a lot of chop, a lot of sideways in a wide range here for Eaton.
Absolutely. And then Enbridge, ENB.
And Enbridge, what do we got with Enbridge? Enbridge carving out a nice big base here. And if we drop some fibs, got a little coiling action here. If we, on a longer term, something like that. Let me get rid of these. And so as an out, you can zoom into the daily, just chopping sideways here. Really 45 if it loses that level. This coil is likely resolving lower, heading back to this range around 42. But if you get a breakout, you're headed back to those all-time highs around 54, which would bring it all the way back to this level. And then this is a massive base. If it gets above that level, long all day towards that 74 level.
I was going to say this thing looks great. I do want to
really good.
Just make a note that Eaton is actually reporting earnings tomorrow before the bell. So
okay, so tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning before the open, Eaton reports earnings. I'm not sure if Paul in the mailbag was familiar. Hopefully he is and he's aware, but had to point that out because you don't want to get surprised by earnings. Yeah. All right, let's move on. We got Brian with the RGTI. The Rigetti. He says, where does this name go from here? Is this name done forever? Forever's a long time.
Forever is a strong word, but I could see what he's seeing here. You had a massive move up from these lows in 24, digested, then looked like it broke out for another massive move, but it looks like it's failing now, dropping back below this level, call it 21, 22, where you can look for it to potentially bottom or a level of interest, as we would refer to as, I would say maybe right back at these IPO's price of $10, $11. It looks like it is resolving lower here. And even below a VWAP that I had dropped right here from the January lows of last year. So yeah, this would be the level I'd be looking at way down here, $10, $11. See when it gets there, how it reacts to it. If it can carve out some basing action and put in a bottom there, that would be the level that I have my eye on. But yeah, it definitely doesn't look good. Below that VWAP, rolling over back below this level, call it 20, 21. Yeah, I wouldn't be looking to touch this thing at all. You gotta let it do its thing and let some dust settle here for sure. A lot of speculative stocks are getting hit. So
certainly. And I don't know if this is a technical term, Dan, but this certainly seems like a falling knife category. And I don't know about you, but I'm not in the business of catching falling knives.
I'm not in that business either. I agree, Riley.
All right, let's move forward. Hansen says FRO versus INSW versus boat. Better long for the next, or better long for a 3-month time frame.
3-month time frame. All right, so we have FRO versus the INSW here as a ratio chart. I mean, not really much outperformance either way here, just a lot of sideways. So very, very similar. And then versus the boat.
Yeah,
measuring it against, I believe that's the ETF for the shippers. Okay, so for this one, you got a nice base right here versus its peers. So if the FRO breaks out against this, it's doing well against the rest of its peers. And then to check the INSW verse, similar pattern, maybe not quite as hitting that upper end. So if I really had to pick one gun to my head, I would pick FRO, but against each other, there's not really one that's superiorly outperforming against the other one. But if I had to pick, I'd go FRO.
I love it. I love it. Chris in the chat, or in the mailbag, let's get to the mailbag first. Looking to enter CPRT for a multi-year hold. Has it bottomed? If not, where's my entry point?
Okay, so it looks like we got a pretty clean level here. Back at these prior highs from where it started selling off in 21. Looks like it's bounced there around 37, 38. You could define a risk right here. If it loses this level, it's got more to go. Probably down to here around 26, where it was supported there multiple times. But yeah, 37, 38. But keep in mind, this is now in a medium to looking like could be longer term downtrend. If it loses this level, you don't want to be long below there for sure.
Beautiful. All right, so then David says, below are several interesting tickers. IHS, TUR. Do you want me to keep rattling them off, or do you want to go one by one?
We'll go one by one. Let's do IHS first.
IHS.
Here, let's clear this.
That's a great sign, though. Look at that. Is that
okay? So this is a nice bullish or bearish to bullish reversal pattern already underway. When you drop the VWAP from the IPO, you got a retest here, and let's see if we get some levels with fibs. Look at that, right at the 38.2. And I guess he wasn't looking for any levels, just naming tickers.
Yeah, he says below are several interesting tickers. Hope you show them. Africa, Turkey,
so yeah,
small caps.
I like this one. Above 8.5. There's a first target at 12. And then your second target back to 18.5, the all-time highs. What were the other ones?
Let's pull up TUR, the Turkey ETF.
Turkey. All right, yeah. I like this one too. Got a nice big base. Stretching out over pretty much this whole way. And you also got like a smaller base right here.
Dan, Dan, do you how often do you look at volume on your charts?
Never.
Never.
Not a volume guy.
You're not a volume guy.
Not a volume guy.
Can you do me a huge favor though and pull up some volume on this
Some
turkey
volume?
chart? Yeah, let's pull up some volume. You can see there's a little bit of an uptick in volume.
Yeah, a little bit right here.
Nothing massive, but
Off that nice move
yeah.
from November. But yeah, nice big base here, multi-year, almost a decade pretty much at this point. And this would be your level right here, 45. If it gets above that, turkey's breaking out.
Love it. Love it. You could take the volume off now. I don't want to disrupt your process. All right. TGB relative to COPX.
Oh, relative? TGB to the copper miners?
Yep.
Okay. And yep, this one looks like it's breaking out and resolving right now. So certainly one that you want to look closer at. It's a leader against its peers within the copper miner space. Been outperforming now for the last couple of years. And let's just take a look at the absolute. And there you go. Nice, massive base breakout above that $6.50 level. Yeah, this is a great chart. Who brought this?
David.
Great chart, David. Good eye.
David. And then we got a UAE, last one from David.
UAE. David bringing the big bases.
Dude, that thing looks great right there.
I like it. You can have a nice little level right here. Not as clean, but you guys see what I'm seeing. And yeah, this was 20. And then it got above these recent highs and breakout is on the way.
Dude, breakout is
back to 25.
Oof. All right. And then Salzy. PRAX.
PRAX. I already have this one marked up too.
Dang, man. This thing is a beast.
This is biotech.
Clinical stage biopharmaceutical. Genetic epilepsies into the development of therapies for central nervous system.
If we drop some fibs. So yeah, it's already well above the all-time high VWAP. And you have a level that comes in right at 355 here. As you can see, tested from underneath there as well. So above here, we got 567 and then back to 910. Great chart.
Dude, look at that stick. That candlestick.
Yeah. I want to know what happened here.
That is a flag. That is a flagpole if I've ever seen one right there.
Yeah,
all right.
Wow.
Last one in the mailbag, and then we'll get to the chat. But Jonathan says long-term outlook for SQM.
Okay, well, I already have fibs dropped here too. All right, so that's the VWAP from the all-time high. It's above that. We're running right into the 61.8. So I would say long-term, wait for a breakout. It's been pretty vertical. So some digestion, some consolidation would not be a surprise here. And then resolving higher over that 82.5 is what you would want to see to get long to that 115 target. And then eventually to 167 once we clear this level. But yeah, maybe some patience. Let it work this move off a bit. Some backing and filling. And then on a decisive break, I would look to get long.
Love it. Love it. All right. So we're going to jump into the chat. So folks who are tuning in, please go ahead and share some tickers if you would like us to take a look at them. The first one up is GEV, 3-month time frame.
EV, 3-month time frame. Okay. Well, it's hitting all-time highs, Riley.
I'm in it.
We like that.
I'm in it.
Where can we drop some fibs here? I guess maybe something like that. Running right into the 261.8, around 760, call it. So above there, north of 1,000. I like it.
$1,000 roll. Do we have a special word for that? The single comma club?
Yeah, we got to come up with one. We got to come up with one.
That would be great. That would be great.
But yeah, certainly a leader. This stock's been a beast, as you can tell by the uptrend. And really, this was the only drawdown. This has been mostly sideways action. So really strong uptrend.
What did they say? If it doesn't shake you out, it'll wear you out. Right?
Yeah.
Is that kind of what we've been seeing since the summer? Just grinding us out.
Yeah, just grinding higher. Best trends are hard to get into, and it's given you a couple areas here, but that's really been it.
I love it. Let's see. Let's do YPF from Todd Salisbury. Shout out Todd.
Todd, looking at the energy names, I like it. Let's see, flip it to a weekly. This has a big base. Going back, we even want to pull from here. Let's see. Let's drop it from way up here. So we can see it ran up there once already around 44, 45. So I would define this as my level to get involved above 44, above 45. This is a major base developing here. And I would like that long to that target of 70, back to these highs from 2005. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Since Hector was a pop. How about that? Right.
Yeah, no, very nice chart though. Very, very strong uptrend as it's run. This is from the lows here. 1,600% in a matter of a couple of years.
Monster.
3 years maybe. But yes, so a little bit of digestion happening here, a little pullback, working that move off. Stay patient and above 44, 45.
All right, we got DTE from Free Lee 1.
DTE. Very nice uptrend. And if we zoom in, drop some fibs right here from the highs of 22. You can see it tried to break out, but it failed. Needed some more time. So now it looks like it's possibly working its way back up to this 140 level. So above 140, we can get long to that 170 target. But nice little base here. 3-year base shaping up.
Yeah.
And energy started the year strong. I like that space a lot.
You could say energy's hot.
You could. It's very hot right now.
Very hot. All right. Wavy McFly. We'd love to see Wavy McFly in the chat. Let's do a BLX. And he says ... Kardashian. We're going to look at a Kardashian bottom.
Wavy always brings these names I've never heard.
Dude.
Wow, look at this.
I wish we had Fonz here, because I would love to just listen to him pronounce this name. I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, I'm not going to try that either. But what a massive base shaping up, going all the way back to 96. And this would be your level right here. Those former highs at, call it 57, 58. It's making its way. You could enter and jump in with these new 52-week high levels at 48. So jump that entry early. But yeah, definitely above 57, 58. You would want to get involved here on this massive 20 plus year, 30 years. It would be base break.
Absolutely epic. All right.
Great chart, Wavy. Great chart as always.
We got SoFi.
SoFi. Let's clean this up if we move this to here. So this level is 28. Get rid of these. So it ran up here, consolidated. It looks like it's going a little bit lower, failing that breakout again. Maybe it just needs some more time. But I would say 28 is your level. We need to get above that in order for me to get long towards that 161.8. But otherwise, really nothing to do here. You want to wait for this base breakout to resolve higher.
And Daniel, I just want to point out on this SoFi, they reported earnings on Friday, and we're seeing kind of this, selling pressure.
So, yeah.
So we might see a little bit more continuation to the downside as people digest these.
Yep, maybe back to these prior highs over here. As you can, maybe a little top here that's completing as well at this area. So yeah, gnarly. We'll see. Maybe some more downside to come.
Gnarly. Cool. We got Todd back in the chat. XPO.
Todd is looking at the transports.
Dude, that thing looks great.
Very, very strong long-term uptrend. And let's see, where do we want to drop some fibs? Let's see if this can give us a level. Nothing really there. You got something here. If you drop fibs from the 2021 highs, that retracement, you got it breaking above 148, 150. Nice psychological level there. So definitely above, even if for confirmation, 155. Yeah, I like this one. Not very far from closing at new all-time highs if it does it this week to 224, 225. Good chart.
Can we say XPO's trucking along?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all for the puns, man. I'm all for the puns. All right.
I love it.
Jeeve9867 says AOS, ARW, and ZM, the Zoom.
AOS. Okay. Let's see. A little bit of a messy chart. Not offering much there. No time frame on this one.
No time frame. We could jump over to ARW because he dropped 3 tickers in there. So AOS, ARW, and the Zoom.
Okay, let's take a look at ARW.
Ooh.
Aero Electronics.
Dude.
Oh, look at this.
That looks...
Yeah, this is... Here, let's drop some fibs, but... Wide range consolidation. So the fibs aren't really going to do much for us. So what should we do here? You got this range right here. Tried to break out once. Failed back into the box. And something like that. So above 135, 140 level, I would say. And you got from 90 to 135. You could measured move to tack $45 onto it on the breakout. But I don't think fibs are offering anything for us. It's kind of messy in a range.
I am showing trading views indicating earnings on Thursday after the close. So this could be a potential, gap and go earnings play if it all participates, cooperates.
Yeah, the fibs aren't really offering us anything great. to trade off of. But yeah, breakout on this range. And then maybe if you want to just drop them from here to see where a level would come in. It's not much, 163. I would maybe trade it to 240. You get a breakout of this range.
Love it. Love it. Let's
What's next?
Zoom.
Zoom. Software has been struggling as of late.
Software has certainly been struggling, but it's kind of interesting. Granted, this got absolutely whacked from COVID, but
yeah,
this relatively to the rest of software doesn't look that bad.
Shaping up, nice little base here. We got maybe this shelf right here that it's just above. Call it 90. The anchored VWAP from the all-times is still pretty far away, 160, but that could be a target that you want to trade it to while it's still in this basing period. You also have a shelf here around 125. But yeah, for a longer term position, you can jump the entry and use 90 as your level. I like that a lot. Been tagged here from on top once, right here twice, 3 times, 4 times. So certainly an important level. The market keeps reiterating. So above 90 could be long to this anchored VWAP from the all-time highs.
Fantastic. The Jersey Jinx says IREN. Iron.
Oh, the iron.
Iron. You know this one.
Back to the cryptos.
How about that?
Let's see if we fib out this drawdown. Kind of in no man's land. Let's see if there's anything tactical we can do. And there you go, drop a VWAP from the pivot highs. It's wicking it today, right at 49.50. Could play a nice move off this to that, back to that fib where it got rejected twice. Go from 50 to 72, not a bad move for a short-term trade.
Wonderful. And then Napa 6928 says JPM.
JP Morgan. Let's see.
Oh, nice
strong uptrend. Let's clear that. And if you fib out from the 2021 high retracement, you kind of got it just going sideways, just hanging out above that 290 level. If we can zoom in and see confirmation above that 312 level, you can enter a long position to trade it to 400.
Wonderful.
Other than that, it's just going sideways. So I would definitely use this anchored VWAP as an entry for better confirmation.
Absolutely love it. We got one more from Felipe VRT.
VRT.
Oh,
we got fibs already here too. But yeah, right here, you fib that out. Do we have any longer term? Not really. Let's see what the longer term gives us. Just above that 150 level, still in no man's land. Nothing actionable with those. So really, I would say if you want to jump an entry above this shelf right here, around 200, nice big psychological level, you can jump an entry right above this, and then on confirmation above 218, above this 161.8 fib. That's the way I would do it. to the $300 level.
Love it.
But VRT, yeah, it's been a strong one in its space compared to its peers. And it looks like it might be setting up for another little base breakout here soon.
Earnings are going to be coming up next Wednesday. So could give us that catalyst to give us that nice little
to break through this. Yep, definitely.
All right, Dan, can I bring a chart?
Absolutely, Riley. Bring it.
Right. You got to take a look at this GLW.
Oh, the GLW.
Corning.
Yes. This is a massive base. And I have this fibbed up already too. Look at that. Great base, Riley. Going back to the dot-com bubble highs, coming right in 112, 113. Long all day above that level. It might take some time because, as we know, these bases can sometimes chop around, false starts and whatnot, but definitely above there. Yeah, I really like this one. This one's on my radar.
Can you do me a favor? Can we pull up the volume on this one?
The volume? For sure.
Because, it reported earnings last week. Strong move there.
Yep. Look at that stick.
And we could see some volume coming in. Can see some volume coming in.
One here and one here. Yeah. I like it.
I love it.
Great chart.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Just want to reiterate, speaking of earnings, as we are in the heart of earnings season, in case you guys missed it, last week, Steve and JC, put on an absolute masterclass talking about the new service, the Beat Report, and they're going to be coming back this week, Thursday again, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific if you're on the West Coast. So be sure to join us. I think Gene's going to throw up a link or something in the chat here. Maybe throw it in the chat on the right. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Thank you, Gene. Guys, you don't want to miss this. This is kind of a culmination of Steve's entire career, kind of tagging the technicals, the fundamentals, and the behavioral analysis all into one. You're gonna want to see this. So
yeah,
we're running it back.
You guys check it out.
Running it back. It was so good they had to run it back. Let's see. Oh man, there's one more in here.
One more? All right, let's do
one more. All right,
let's do one more.
Bubba Dee Doo Bub 1486 says XLP.
Staples has been showing some strength. And it looks like here, let's fib out the COVID retracement. So there's a shelf 75 that it's been trading just above, and it looks like it could potentially be breaking out from this range right here. Call it 83, 84. And yeah, it's not as so much if Staples is doing well on an absolute basis, but we always want to be checking the relative trend. So above here, that would be a breakout towards 92. But if we take a look at Staples to discretionary, we can also see that this is one I've been watching, Riley, that it stopped going down back last year at the end of last year. And so if we start seeing this continuing to go higher, maybe that's signaling something of risk off environment. But we'll see. We'll see. Things to monitor. But that's what I've been taking a look at as of late.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right, Dan, do we normally go 30 minutes? Do you go a full hour during this?
No, usually 30, 35 maybe. So
okay.
We've reached our limits for today, it looks like.
We've reached our limits for today. There's a couple more charts or a couple more tickers. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the mailbag for next week. So you guys, if we didn't get a chance, I see a couple in the chat. Be sure to tune in next week. I'm not sure if it'll be Dan and Riley running it back once again, but we'll have two excellent analysts to join you guys on Chart Request Live. Dan, any last words before we take us out?
That is it. YOLO responsibly.
YOLO responsible. Stay warm. I know you're up north. Stay warm.
Yes, I will do that.
All right. We'll see y'all later.
Take care. See you, everybody.